everyone, and good day to you. This is Roger with Groovis Games Unlimited, and I hope everyone is doing fantastic. It's kind of like early Sunday evening right now, so I'm shooting this video right now, and I hope everyone had an excellent weekend and is doing good. I have to tell you something, tell you guys everything. I already shot this whole video, and this never happened before. I went back to, to do the editing and compile it, and there was all this static. And when I do these, I kind of do them at, like, I had 3 chunks of videos, and I couldn't figure out the life of me why there was all this static. So here I am doing another take on it, and I was like, everything was like perfectly said, and everything I wanted to show you and say. So hey, that's life, right? So we're doing this take 2, I guess. But like I said, I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much for your interest and time. And yes, we have the Solo Crusader rule set ready for download, along with the Mercenary Camp board. That's in the description, and I put in the comment too. So feel free to download it. And I know there have been a lot of people looking forward to this game mode, and I'm just so happy it's ready. And of course, like you looked at in part 1 of this, the graphic design came out really nice, very attractive, and very to the point without being verbose. And let me say, like I said in the other video that had a bunch of static, you can expect those kind of rule books and quick reference guides from here on out with these other few games I'm working on. And of course, Ilpo, I always want to throw him into the spotlight. He'll always be with us, and I love working with him. And so just this is how things will be done now with rule books. It's very quick, to the point, making sure you understand everything. Okay, so we are going to get into this, and you know what? I have to apologize to you, but I'm glad I forgot to mention this because it's a surprise. There was one more page I had to do the graphic design for, and it is something I think some of you didn't know. I had mentioned this a while ago, that this was being included. It was another little enhancement. So we're going to get to that in a moment. And so it's a kind of a little surprise for you. But first, like I said in the other video with all the static, I want to give a huge shout out to my very awesome and fantastic and dear friend, David McCallum. David McCallum. David was at the Dice Tower West in Las Vegas. David, I wish I could have been there with you. And he was playing, he had a table reserved, and he was playing Dungeon Crusade with the awesome people that you see. And I want to say, first of all, to David and everyone there, said there was a lot of people asking questions, playing the game. I am so grateful for your time and your interest, and hopefully you enjoyed your experience with the game. I have no doubt David was just an incredible host. David sent me this photo when he was setting it up, so you can kind of get the lay of the land. It's just all these people playing board games. I really wish I could have been there. And this is just a guess. I don't know where the Dice Tower West was held, but is this the Luxor in Las Vegas? Let me know, David. I know you're into these videos, so please let us know. But thank you for these photos. And so he just snapped some photos of people hanging out playing Dungeon Crusade, and then I'm very grateful to everyone there at the table checking out the game, and people with they had interesting things they were asking about the game, and people walking by, stopping for a few minutes, from what I understand. So I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And there's a cool shot of everything. Okay, so David, thank you so much for doing that. You rock. And I wish I could have been there with you. Okay, so now back to the Solo Crusader mode, and another shout out to Andrew, my very good friend Andrew, who is a whiz and can work some magic at putting PDFs together. So thank you, Andrew, for putting the PDF together for everyone. And if I remember right, he made this searchable. So when you download your Solo Crusader rule set PDF format, you should be able to search for words in there. So thank you for adding that, Andrew. So let's just go over this real quick. And a lot of this I already talked about, but I do have that surprise for you on page 4. Okay, and like I said, we already went through. Here's page 1. Nothing really changed with this. So there's page 1 for you. And of course, if you're just joining this, go take a look at part one of this. Actually, I'm going to throw this into just a mini like little playlist. And so there was, part or page 2 rather. Very nice. And again, I'm really happy with how this graphic design came out. As I said, I'm the hardest critic on myself, and I put a lot of time into the graphic design and of course writing out the rule set, and I think it shows. So there we go. There's page 3. Now to page 4 and the surprise. Here's page 4. And I said there wasn't that much I had to do with this, but this is what I forgot to mention. We'll start up here. Obtaining victory. But yes, you can play the Avalon Adventure board game before playing the Solo Crusader mode. And that was, I can't believe I forgot to mention that before, guys, but I know there's going to be a lot of people that want to play like this overland adventure game before playing the Solo Crusader mode. And if you like, we can go over this just real quick. If for those of you who don't know what this is, and I'll give you a little history on it. Also, I'm going to put some links in the description where you could check out some playthroughs from Derek from Kanjay Plays, our awesome friend Derek. He did an amazing playthrough. Colin from One Stop Co-op Shop did an incredible playthrough, and our good friend Ed did one. So you'll have 3 different ones you can watch. And I'm going to tell you what, you'll learn this game in 10 minutes. It's very, very easy. Let me try to zoom in without getting too funky here. But real quick, I love choose your own adventure games. I absolutely love them. So when I was like, creating the game and writing all this different lore, I wanted to draw people into this whole experience. I created, of course, the land of Avalon, but I wrote 259 different battles, situations, events, encounters on these adventure cards for the 52 different regions. So this is a choose your own adventure, but the twist on it is, I love unlimited replayability in games. And I think you guys are the same. I wanted to make sure that it offered that, and it does. So when you play this, you have to search, see over here, these are the runes of eternity, the green, yellow, and red one. Well, these are scattered, and there's a few fake ones. Watch the playthroughs, and you'll see. I don't want to get into all of it here, but there's actually 2 fake green ones, 2 fake yellow ones, and 2 fake red ones. And they're randomly generated each game, so you'll never know where the runes of eternity are at. Your heroes are going to have to explore Avalon and go into dungeons and forests and villages and crypts and tombs and caverns and towers to search for these. And that's where I put a lot of the lore into the game, and you'll learn about just a lot of the characters and factions, and that it's a very cool game. So getting back to this is what you can play before importing your hero into the Solo Crusader mode. So we'll just, it's not very hard at all. You can learn this game in 10 minutes. For those of you who know the game, you're going to get this right away. But what you're going to do is you're going to set up the Avalon Adventure board game just as if you were going to play. You're only going to select one hero. You're going to select your Solo Crusader. That's going to be playing the Solo Crusader mode in Dungeon Crusade. So I just picked Sir Brennus here, our knight hero. And then you're going to gather all the level 1 hero cards for the remaining heroes. So if you have just a regular game, you'll have 5 of them. If you have the expansion, of course, you'll have 11 extra heroes. And here's that little graphic design again. You're going to shuffle up the cards, and you can either select 5 heroes or randomly pick out 5 heroes who will accompany your hero here across Avalon. So consider these 5 heroes that you get are your henchmen. They're tagging along to help you out in the land of Avalon as you search for the runes of eternity. And the reason is, not getting too deep into it, but when I designed this game, it was with 6 heroes in mind. Now, if you want to challenge yourself, which I totally encourage you to do, you could try to play with 2 henchmen or 3 henchmen, or even add a few more if you have more heroes. But the standard way is to play with 6 heroes. And so, like this line right here says, when journeying through the land of Avalon with these 5 heroes, consider them as hired henchmen to assist your hero on their perilous journey. And that's simply as easy as it is. And if, in this line right here, if your hero and henchmen make it through Avalon, recover the 3 runes of eternity, and make it back to Hope's Reach, you got to get back to Hope's Reach with the 3 runes of eternity, a player will collect all the gold, potions, and loot from the 5 henchmen and place it in their selected hero's play area. So I just grabbed a bunch of stuff here. Let's say that's what they discovered in Avalon. And then at this time, consider it as your hero has dismissed the henchmen as the journey through Avalon is over. The player can now begin the Solo Crusader mode and import their hero and all of the gold, potions, and loot they possess into Dungeon Crusade. It's as simple as that. So you're just going to have these hired guns or, you know, henchmen to go with you so you can experience the Avalon Adventure board game. So, but check out those playthroughs. I think you'll really enjoy them, and I'm telling you, within 5 or 10 minutes, you're gonna understand how to play this game. It's very, very, very easy, and even in the rule book, it's only but a few pages. But it's a very fun game that offers unlimited replayability. And lastly, as I said in the other video that had all the static, I don't know why that happened. Here is your mercenary camp board, and first of all, it's going to say on another page, I'm going to show you, this Dungeon Crusade logo will not be there on the final version. I just put it there, you know, because it's being downloaded, and so I wanted to let people know, hey, this goes with Dungeon Crusade. And here is the sheet that you can download, and I just put this little instruction here. I would suggest to print this out on thick semi-gloss photo paper, and to me, when you use that, it makes it look more like the original game content. But, you know, you could put it on matte, high gloss, you know, whatever you like. And then, like I said, you know, that logo will not be there on the final board, but this is ready for download, as you'll see below. And guys, I think that's about it. We'll pull that back. And again, you know, thank you for your interest and for your patience and understanding while I was getting all of this done and working with these other people. But I think you're really going to enjoy this. And like I said, as we close out here, this mode just took off like a storm. There was a lot of people who want to play Dungeon Crusade now with the Solo Crusader mode. But of course you can play the classic way with controlling multiple heroes, my favorite way. But it's just nice to be able to offer that to people, so it just really opens the audience even more of who, you know, who can enjoy this game. And I'm very grateful to everyone. Okay, everyone, I'm getting back to work here on some stuff. Oh, and the very last thing is I'm going to have the new Kickstarter update out probably next weekend. I want to finish up a few things with some people, maybe a few surprises in there. But you know me, I do hefty, you know, huge Kickstarter updates for the game. So you can expect another great one on the way, but it will be next weekend. So for now, guys, download the rule set, check it out, get playing it. I think you're going to like it. I hope you do. I think you'll really enjoy what this Solo Crusader mode has to offer. And that. All right, everyone, I hope you have a great Sunday evening if you're watching this now, and have a fantastic upcoming week. And I will be back very soon with you with more Dungeon Crusade stuff and other fun stuff on the horizon. All right, guys, take it easy, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.